way. Today I'm looking pretty earth-friendly today. I wanted to talk today about the ozone. As we can see, from around us, we hear about a lot of problems that are going on today, about greenhouse gases and all that. So we're gonna talk about it today. We're gonna talk about the ozone. So let's get started. All right, first we got to analyze what the main issue is. First, we look at the sun. The sun emits solar radiation in the form of UV rays is mainly what we have to worry about. It emits many different types of rays, but we worry about the UV rays. They can affect our skin. They can come in and cause cancers and all sorts of problems. But what protects us is way up high in the atmosphere called the ozone. Alright, what is ozone, you ask? Ozone is made up of 3 oxygen molecules that are bonded together. It's a little interesting. The normal oxygen that you breathe is 2 oxygen molecules that just hang around. But ozone's a little funny. It's 3. And it manages to block UV radiation that comes in, well, most of it. And it allows us to survive on Earth a lot better because of it. So whenever you get a sunburn, it would be a lot worse without ozone. The problem is, we've noticed that in the atmosphere, and we saw a large gaping hole in an area above Antarctica. The issue is, the ozone there is gone. Well, almost. For all practical purposes, it's really thin there in that region. So, whenever we looked and saw this, it bothered us, and we had to do a lot of research into it, and found that the UV radiation could get in a lot easier there and could cause a lot of trouble. What we want to look at is how the ozone protects us. Alright, but how did the ozone break down? Okay, they looked and found that the problem was in CFCs. Now what is a CFC? It's called a chlorofluorocarbon, and it comes out of aerosols. What is an aerosol? It comes out of your cans. They used to have them back in the 60s and 80s, and they found that they were a problem. Whenever they were released into the atmosphere, they would go up and break apart the ozone molecules. How it does this is the chlorine atom will break off and break up an ozone molecule and turn it to regular oxygen. The problem with this is this chlorine molecule that comes off the CFCs, it can still move around and break up more ozone molecules for a long time to come. So thankfully they've banned CFCs. So mainly when we think about the greenhouse gases in effect, we really need to worry about the ozone. The ozone is what protects us from the UV radiation that can kill and harm us. So remember that. Alright, I hope you've learned a little bit more about the ozone and how it's important to defending all of us here from the UV radiation that we come across. And I would also like for being a part of the technology class with Dr. Dean, and hope you find this tape somewhat enjoyable or educational. But thank you again, sir, and I hope you enjoyed it.